not, I don't know, it's not fighting like a northern. I think this is one of the mystery species. Morning everyone, FisherMN here, and I'm on some new water this morning. Got up really early, drove about an hour to get to the lake. This lake has a little bit of everything. We got a chance at a lot of big fish. We got a chance at some nice panfish. We're gonna see what wants to bite today, and that's what we're gonna target. Let's go fishing. July in Minnesota. Lots of algae. All right, here we are on the water. Brand new lake in Minnesota. Sometimes what happens is we get so excited to put in that nobody fishes right by the landing. Since it's not busy, if it was busy I wouldn't do this. Try a couple of casts right here in front of the landing. It was dead calm as I was driving here, but once I got here, a little bit of a storm blew through. Looked at the radar, it looks like it's gonna miss this area, but it's always good to be safe. Plus, looks pretty bassy in here, so try a couple of casts. All right, looks like we're deep enough for the drive. And we are off on our adventure. Looking for some big fish today. However, when you get to a new lake, this is brand new to me, sometimes you just want that first bite, whatever it may be. I don't think it's gonna be a huge frog bite on this lake. I think we're gonna be trolling and using things that are below the surface. But if you watch my channel, you know I'm going to start with the frog because that's my favorite way to fish. I have a feeling if we get a bass, it's going to be a big one. However, that's kind of always the feeling I have. Oop. Ooh. A little bit of a sign there. Looks pretty thick too, whatever it was. First 45 minutes or so trying an area that looked great for bass. Nothing on the line yet. Had a couple of small hits. So we're gonna head to an island and maybe do some trolling and casting around it and see what we can get. Let's go to spot number 2. Okay, here we go, new lake, spot number 2. We're gonna fish around this island, and I'm gonna throw a crankbait once I find where it starts to come up. We're gonna go all the way around that point. It looks like there was some, on Google Earth, it looked like there was like a sandbar or something coming out. A little bit of a run, as you saw from that time lapse, but glad to be in a new area. Just checking out this lake. We've got a beautiful day, the wind is down. Let's see what we can catch. Sometimes the lake tells you what to do. We're gonna do our crankbait down that side, but as I stopped, I saw a bunch of marks. So I'm gonna drop down some gulp and see if we can figure out what some of these marks are. Fish on. All right. Here we go. That's what those marks are, crappie. Nice crappie to start the day. About an 8.5 incher. Let's see if it was a fluke or a trend. The DNR did have a pretty good report on crappies in this lake. Another fish. Let's see what we got. Another decent crappie. Actually 9.5 inches. He fell right on my catch board down there. Alright, gonna just follow this drifting line, I guess, for a little bit. The nice thing is they're leaving no doubt. They're just hammering that gulp. This lake has a few mystery species mixed in, so one of these times when I think it's a crappie could be one of those mystery species, so we'll figure those out when we get to them. Nice to feel some fish pulling on the line. The last time out on the river I was skunked. 0 fish and about 6 hours of fishing. Fish on. Well, there we go, another crappie. Ooh. It had a little more zip to it when I set the hook. Come on, mystery species. I always love getting new species in the boat. There we go. What do we got? Alright, another nice crappie. If you watch some of my panfish videos, definitely gulp is top of the list. However, power bait's right up there with it. But I figured today, for 2 reasons. One, it's a new lake. I want to get some fish in the boat. So using gulp with a little bit of scent seems to kind of help and show where the fish are and stuff. And you can always switch to power bait. And one of the predators we're looking for today uses scent quite a bit, so having a little extra scent on there might be good. Fish on. Oh, is this one of the mystery species or just a bigger? Oh no. All right. There's a nice bluegill. Wow. Look at that guy. Something about this summer in walleye. Another walleye, summer 2022. Just as we suspected, coming up a little bit shallow, caught some sunfish, and even managed a bonus walleye. So it's good to know that crappies can be out deep, sunfish up in a little bit shallower water, with some other species mixed in. There we go. Crappie. Crappie, nice crappie. Probably biggest one of the day. There we go. Take those 10-inchers all day long. Got the batteries changed. Got a new jig head on. New bag of gulp. Life is good. Very stained water here. I don't know if that's an all summer thing or if that's just a mid-July thing. There we go. Alright, this feels like it could be one of the mystery species. It's a panfish, it's a state record. Or this may be the thing that had our jig head in its mouth. It's not, I don't know, it's not fighting like a northern. I think this is one of the mystery species. Nice. I knew it would be a good battle if we got one on. It's like rolling. It's gotta be. It's gotta be one of the mystery species. Yep. We have on Nice catfish. That's why we're using the gulp. There we go. It has been a while since I've caught a catfish. This was one of the reasons I came today, was because we were going to have a chance at one of these guys. Look at that. Channel catfish. There it is, one of the mystery species we came for. They get a lot bigger than this. Channel catfish here on the new lake we're fishing in Minnesota. How much fun is that, getting a new species in the boat this summer? All right, let's get them back. That was fun. So I knew as soon as I hooked it and that line was staying down and then it started to roll, I knew I might have one. So let's get another one. Let's get one of the monsters here. There's a couple other mystery species in this lake. That was one of the main ones I wanted to catch. So I'm super happy that I got one. That's the nice thing about trying some different areas. You might find different species hanging out. You might find bigger fish. It's just a matter of kind of mapping out where they are. So right now, since we've had our bites in 7 feet, we're gonna stay in 7 feet. Nice to have the reverse drive today. I definitely don't use it on the river because it's so fragile. But on open water, it seems to do okay. All right, this time coming up to the point where the water's coming around. It's kind of where I've been looking at fishing, but marking some other stuff, decided to fish here. I'm going to take off the chatterbait. Let's see how a crankbait does. I have the one that was kind of my magic one last year, but this lake, I'm guessing that the bigger fish are feeding on panfish. And I found this one that looks just like a sunfish. With the stained water, I think it's going to help. So let's see if a couple of those bigger fish are willing to bite this crankbait. And we'll work our way up to the point. If we can't get them on any of these, then we'll switch back to gulp. When I looked at Google Earth, I saw kind of a point that came out, and that's what I'm kind of finding here. I'm starting to hit weeds, so we're just gonna have to work our way to find kind of where that point is and where the water drops. And I'm guessing with these waves coming this way, there might be some fish on this side of it. There we go. There's another species. Wow. There is a stack of something right off the edge there. We got it on top. Got ourselves a decent northern. Species number 5. We got crappie, sunfish, walleye, catfish, and northern. And there are many more to go today. It just makes sense. You know, you got wind and you got a point, and those fish just kind of sit on the backside of that point waiting for bait fish to come that they can eat. All right, spot number 2, pretty productive. Crappie, walleye, sunfish, catfish, northern. We're gonna come back to spot number 2, but there's so much more to explore on this lake. So we're gonna head across and do something we do in Minnesota. I'm gonna go find the break on that shoreline, and I'm gonna troll and see if we can get some northerns with one of our favorite lures, the MEP spinner. Let's go get them. Some trolling and casting did not do the trick, so we're gonna head back to the island where we had some productive water and see if we can get a couple more big fish and also some panfish in the boat. Still by the island, but kind of new water, fishing down just a little ways. Giving that boat down there some room. Just as a little tip, if somebody is fishing, don't come and put your anchor down 20 feet from where they're drifting. Just a little hint. I get some of the old timers have their spots, but there's a young person in the front of the boat and you're not teaching them very good boat etiquette. But hey, it's a big lake. We'll catch them everywhere. Like right here. All right. Feels like a bigger fish. All right. Nice crappie. Must have been caught on some weeds or the fact that I hadn't caught a fish for a little bit. Getting some nice crappies today. Fish on. Here's a sunfish. All right. Man, the first one I caught was 9 inches and I thought, they're giants in here. Not a bad one. I'm a fan of the breeze today. Oh, there's a fish. Because it would be super hot if there wasn't a breeze. Another nice crappie. Wow, I'm super impressed with this lake and the crappies. Very nice. There we go. Feels like a sunfish maybe. We still have a mystery species that should be mixed in with these panfish. Man, this is fighting pretty hard. A sunfish? Oh, there we go. There we go. Another one of those big guys. All right. Let's see, about 9. A little over 9. Nice. There we go. Crappie. I could definitely be drifting through them, but I'm kind of choosing to cast for them right now. Kind of staying off of where I feel like they are rather than putting my boat over them. Seems to be working okay. There we go. That was a good hit. Sunfish. It's always nice when they kind of come easy and then all of a sudden they start fighting. This guy's going crazy. Another beauty. Look at this guy. Wow. When they fill up your hand, that's a good sunfish. Woo. Frisky. Yep, right around that 9-inch range. Beautiful fish. Fish on. Nice. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, just another giant sunfish. Another big guy. There we go. Wow. What do we got? A crappie? Nice crappie swinging in there. There we go. This one's got a little pull to it. Ah. They're chunky. Oh, fish on. Those crappies are right in the weeds. Right at about 10 inches. How about that? A crappie jump. Definitely they're right in the thick of the weeds, just ambushing things that come by. Throw it in there, just kind of let it skip over the top of the weeds, and something's gonna smash it. It's always fun when you know there's fish there and you're just waiting to get that bite. There we go. What do we got here? New thing? Well, I'll be. How about a nice walleye? And how about my pliers in the net? That was a nice walleye. Would have got a good release, but trying to get a good picture, he jumped right out of the boat. But that's okay, we weren't going to keep him anyhow. That is definitely a reason I like this yellow gulp, because I've caught lots of walleye on the yellow gulp. There we go. Ooh, another big sunny. There we go. I love a situation where you can catch multiple different species in the same area. You never know if today could be a northern, could be a walleye, could be a catfish, could be a crappie, could be a sunfish, and there's two species that we have not caught yet that I'm hopeful that we'll catch. There we go. There's still a nice sunfish around. Whew, that might be the biggest one of the day. All right, last cast on this spot, unless something interesting happens. And then we're gonna work our way back towards the landing. What a fun day of fishing. All right, we made it to the area that we marked on the way out. Had a little battery issue, but front camera got a beautiful sunfish that we were able to get on this spot. Good to pay attention to your graph when you're moving, especially in a kayak, because you're not going that fast. Not much going on now. I put down 2 marks though, so the first one was the one that was, oh, there we go. Bunch of fish down there. Wow. Let's see what they are. Woo. Good fighter. Crappie. Nice crappie. There we go. The morning mark paid off. There we go. Crappies. Nice crappies. All right, here it comes. There's the structure. Let's see if we can catch a fish, although I don't see any marks. Oh, there's one. Thought they were all gone. Pretty cool to see that and then be able to catch a fish right off of it every time. It's a fun time exploring a new lake. Had some really good luck with panfish, definitely. My goal was to get one of the mystery species in this lake, and that happened. Got a nice, probably 2.5, 3 pound channel catfish. Haven't got a catfish in the boat. I don't think my boat's ever had a channel catfish in it, but I haven't caught one for a long time either. And then our filler fish, well, we're panfish fishing, which are usually northerns, were walleye. We got a couple of really nice walleye to mix in with our panfish to go along with some great crappies and some big sunfish. So definitely this lake is on the list. I need to get my power boat going, so I think I'm going to take a trip out here with a buddy soon, if not 1 or 2 trips out here. The day is getting hot. There's some bassy areas back there, so you know I'm going to try those on the way in. If I catch anything, I'll show you what those look like. But hey, thanks so much for coming along on this fishing journey. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Hey, what in the world? We have another one of the secret species. Is my camera on? My camera is on. We have ourselves a little drum. There we go, that's another one of the species. So we caught a catfish, a northern, a walleye, sunfish, crappie, and now we got a drum. Nice.